It smells so good. Wasn't even about getting that size 13. Like, welcome back to Stick Talk, Kick Talk. Today, I want to get a little nerdy with it. I love the process, the intentionality, the components, the pieces that make something a finished product, right? But before we get too deep into it, I want to shout out my boy Rob out there at August Shop in Wisconsin, man. He sent me this for my birthday last year, and I can't wait till it get cold out here for real, cause we ain't have a winter out here in the H this year. I can't wait till it gets cold, so this could become a cigar smoking hoodie, and I'm gonna show you why. So yeah, shout out to Rob. And so today I want to talk about one of my favorite rappers. And no, I'm not talking about like a rapper. I'm talking about the outside that you see on a cigar. Cigars are made from leaves. A lot of people may not know that. And a lot of people that even smoke cigars don't really care about the leaves that make up some of our favorite cigars. I want to talk about this specific leaf in particular, the Connecticut Shade. So the Connecticut Shade came into production around 1600s. That's what is documented, right? So we know that if it became a thing in the 1600s, it was created by the Native Americans, the indigenous people of this land, right? Actually, let's just like I'm going into the facts. Let me show you how it looks while I'm breaking it down. So this right here is the outside of a cigar. Like I said, it is a leaf. It's an actual leaf. And this is where you get most of the taste of your cigar from. This is what makes the appearance of a cigar. This is what just, it really is the thing that ties the cigar together. And like you have your filler, you have the binder that literally does tie things together. But the wrapper is what makes it all stay together. It's what is like the wrapping paper, is like the bowl on top, right? And like I ain't gonna lie, just through the bag, it smells so good. Like this smells amazing. Like it smells amazing. So I'm not gonna destroy this because I actually plan to like work with somebody to get this right here, like make up some personal cigars. So I'm not gonna destroy the leaf, but I am gonna take a like a little piece out. So this is your Connecticut Shade leaf right here. So this leaf, like I said, this is what you would get if you're making a cigar. This is the actual wrapping outside leaf, right? All right, so yeah, like I said, Connecticut Shade started growing that tobacco in the Connecticut region of America, 1600s. It became very popular in the 1800s, I believe. Um, yeah, this one, I'm not gonna lie, this is the Connecticut Shade wrapper of cigars is probably one of the most sentimentals for a lot of reasons. What makes the Connecticut Shade just one of the special things, what makes Connecticut a special region is because of the climate control. There's the river that runs between that, and I'm not gonna say the name of the other state, starts with the M. Y'all can finish the rest. Um, it's a river that runs and it helps to control the climate, which helps the production of this particular wrapper, this particular leaf, this particular shade of tobacco. But enough about this. Let's get into the cigar for today. I want to talk about the Macanudo Café. It's a very smooth, light, again, Connecticut shade. Like this cigar was wrapped with a leaf like this to create this, right? The very first cigar I ever had was in New Orleans. I think it was 2012. It was on the Saturday of the infamous Kick Six by Auburn against Alabama. I never forget. We were out there for the Bayou Classic, but we also watched that game. And the first cigar I ever had was one of a Connecticut Shade rapping, right? And so fast forward, I was in New Orleans last year for a project, a very special project for a wedding with two people that are dear to me. So I was out there shooting, working, right? And that is the very first time I had this cigar. Now, since I've smoked it many times, very smooth, very good. But yeah, like this one is just a very good cigar. The Macanudo Cafe. I believe the tobacco comes from the DR, Dominican Republic. So yeah, that's my favorite tobacco. I'm not gonna lie. Like I just love the notes and the taste of Dominican Republic cigars. So we going straight cut again. I don't know why I'm so afraid to do the V cut on camera with y'all, but we gonna go. One day I'm gonna I'm gonna go ahead and do the V cut, but we gonna go straight cut again. Yeah, so I don't have to sit up here and smoke this whole thing right now. I'm gonna enjoy this while I'm editing. Like I was saying, this this raw leaf, you know what I'm saying, created one of my favorite cigars, like everyday smoke type cigars, right? So speaking about rawness, speaking about intentionality, speaking about just process, because that's what this really is about process. The process of transforming this, you know what I'm saying, rough, this raw, this very transforming this into something enjoyable, right? It's something that Virgil did in his process, in his artistry. And I'm pretty sure y'all saw the box already. So we're going to get into the kicks for today. So yeah, this month we had just one of the most monumental sneaker releases this year. Like, I don't know if anything is gonna top this shoe release. I honestly, the only thing that I feel like that's on the horizon that I feel like possibly could is the brick after brick Jordan 4 by Nigel Sylvester and Jordan Brand. But right here, man, we have the Virgil Abloh Archive Air Jordan 1 Alaska, I believe, is what we are calling it, right? And it's just a shoe, man. Like the energy of this release, it it took me back to because I'm gonna just focus on energy. I'm not gonna say good or bad, positive, negative. I'm gonna just focus on energy. The energy of this release, man, for this shoe was real. I can say it was humbling. It was humbling for sure. We say humble out here. You know what I'm saying? And it was because it kind of took me back to pre-COVID days where I was krill, I was plankton, I was a small shrimp in this big ass sea when it come to shoes. You know what I'm saying? Just because of the energy around it, this shoe was very difficult to track down. Like it was very difficult to track down. And it wasn't even the main thing with this release, it wasn't even about getting that size 13. Like the size 13 for me was just about acquiring the shoe because I wanted to get this shoe for somebody very special in my life. And the timing of the release, like it released the week that one of the most dearest people in my life finished one of their toughest battles in life. You know what I'm saying? So I was just mostly trying to get my size so that I could get their size, you know? And it was like I said, it was a lot of trials and tribulations to get to track this shoe down. And I just want to say thank you. You know, we're gonna have a smoke one day in person and have a conversation to the one who helped me get his size. So a little bit more about the Virgil Abloh archive Air Jordan 1, right? I feel like this shoe I like this version of it, the release of this one, a little bit more because it does feel like an artifact. It does feel like a piece. It feels like something that you would sit in a museum. I understand like Off-White, I understand Virgil built that too. But to see his actual initials on this shoe this time around, it makes it a little bit more special to me. It means a little bit more to me. And I know I'm in the minority when it comes to that. But this shoe, seeing Virgil Abloh on archive on there, it just hits a little different. Um, and it speaks to how it ties together with rawness, right? Virgil pretty much like, I don't want to say distress, but he gave you raw detailing on his shoes when he was with Nike, when he worked with Nike, when he worked with Jordan Brand. The stitching, the cushion is busting out the seams of the collar, like, you know what I'm saying? Like it's just very fine details of the Air Jordan 1 that just makes it elevates it, but it also it's like it takes it down, it shows you, it pulls back the curtain on it, but it's also an elevation to it, right? This is like the Jordan in its purest form, just this all white shoe. This is one of my favorite releases this year. I understand the purists in me and the purists and others were upset with the release or wasn't rocking with it, but I never had it. And I never touched the pair in person, even though this is not my pair. You know what I'm saying? So like I'm just grateful that it it re-released, it was reissued, and it had a difference to it, a reiteration to it, similar to Virgil reiteration. The process is it's about taste. It was about in his design, it was about taste. Just like with a cigar, it's about taste. Literally and figuratively, it is about taste. When you have a shoe, when you have a product like that, and with Virgil, it wasn't even about the product, it was about the process. And that ties into life, like what I've been learning and trying to accept, even if I don't understand that this journey of where I want to get to or where I want to be, of who I want to become is a process. And if I don't learn to embrace, to love the process, it's gonna be that much more burdensome. So, man, I'm grateful that I was able to get this pair. by the time that this releases, they should be in the hands of their owner. And I hope they make him as happy as they made me to get them and be able to send them his way. All right. Until next time, smoke some and lay some even better.